Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to We Have Something to Say. We just gonna get started a little right on time today. Kenneth will be here in just a second. Just get us prepped to talk about this week and the things going on this week and um uh and the crazy as usual the political environment, the crazy environment we find ourselves in. Uh One of the things that I want to start off talking about is, if y'all haven't paid attention to it, this Senate primary in Florida that was won by Angie Nixon. Um, she beat Alex Vindman, who is his brother is a rep up in Virginia, and then he came down to Florida to move to run as a rep. And I guess, and he thought district that was safe for him and got upset by a grassroots organizer who's been down there fighting for Florida for a while, named Angie Nixon. And but the crazy thing is, and I think that the crazy part is, it's in primaries, and one of the things we keep saying, and you keep hearing Roland saying, you keep hearing everybody who knows anything about voting, is like only 25% of the Democratic Party voted, and that's just not going to cut it in a general primary election. When it comes to November, they got to get more people out to vote. Uh, but the fact that she did it and she was outspent, I think 12-1, like APAC backed Andrew Vindman because he's Jewish. He's from Ukraine. He and his brother from Ukraine. His wife said some pretty disparaging things, or he could have taken it as being disparaging things about Angie Nixon with that seemed to allude to her race and her station in life, which is crazy. That you could make a mistake like that, and that she beat him by like 12 points, and she beat him in his home. Good morning, Stacey. She beat him in his home county. Now the question becomes, because on the other end of that, Debbie Wasserman Schultz beat a progressive black young candidate, which I couldn't understand, in a predominantly black district, which is crazy to me. And we sometimes as black people, we always gotta walk around on eggshells and not say stuff publicly for piss people off or hurting people's feelings, even when you can't unsee what you see, which is Debbie Wasserman Schultz is Jewish too, and she's been a powerful player in the Democratic Party. And Vindman was backed by AIPAC, and Schultz is backed by AIPAC, and she stepped into a district because pretty much they had gerrymandered her district for predominantly black people and won a race against him with majority black voters. And I don't know what quite to read into that because I'm not from Florida. I'm not from Florida, so I don't really know what you read into that. And but boy, that's you got to admit that that's a big thing that a majority black district voted for a white Jewish woman. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to send Kenneth the invite. For some reason, he doesn't have it. Over a young black progressive, which either tells you they were being pragmatic, or they weren't really paying attention, or it meant something that she won. And Wasserman beat, and she beat four of the blacks too, like Marion said. There are almost 2 million more registered Republicans in Florida than Democrats. Wasserman district was packed by the Republicans with blacks, and she beat four other blacks. That's why we got Marion on here, because he always goes in and he looks at that stuff. And it's like, okay, what do you do with that information? And are we being pragmatic? Are we being pragmatic? Are we don't believe. I'm really at a loss for it, because I don't really know what you're going to say about that. Do they trust her more? Do they think that, hey, we're just trying to stem the tide of we're trying to stem the tide of these losses because we're in a bad spot right now? It's a damn good question, right? And again, please forgive me, y'all, because I got Kenneth for some reason doesn't know how to get in by just signing in. I'll talk about him when he gets on air, because you could just sign in, do to the and just join the show on the live, and what are they doing? So, in a nutshell, how what does this mean for us? I woke up this morning. I believe that I'm a firm believer right now that Black folks, until Black folks decide that they just not going to take anything from anybody and show people that we're not going to take anything from anybody, that we're going to always be behind the 8 ball. And right now, I don't think we've shown that in the numbers that we have to show it. As far as they're going to do what they can do, they're going to do what they can. They're going to do what they do because we let them do what they can do. We let them do what they can do. There's really no consequence to any of our actions. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Just give me 1 second. 1 second here. 9, 8. He's trying to get on for 2, 3, 8. So, I'm just curious from you all. What do you think? The Black candidates cancel each other's candidacy out? Maybe so. That's possible. Where you at, dude? Kenneth, jump on our streaming service and just push the button on the live show, and it'll bring you right in. Because I'm having a hard time getting my email up for some reason today. So just jump on where we sign in, and you'll see the live button, and just jump in, and it'll let you right in. You have permission to come in already. And do you think Angie Nixon could win in a general primary? I think she could win if Black folks come out to vote. If they come out to vote, but it's the same question we deal with all the time, which is, are we going to come out to vote? I think she can win if we come out to vote. If they come out to vote in Florida, but it can't be at 25%. She don't stand a chance if it's at 25%. She don't stand a chance if we don't get it at least above 50, 60%. She don't stand a chance. Republicans, that's a lot of Republicans in Florida. And we can't get over the fact that unless they done felt the pain, like Marion always says, unless they done felt the pain of this idiot they put in office, it's a high bar to believe that white folks won't go into a ballot automatically default to the white candidate. It's a hard bar. It's a hard bar. I'd be quite frank with you. I can't see them voting for Byron McDonald's. I can't. I don't believe it. Are we gonna come out to vote? No, I don't believe it. You got some feedback. You must have us on two different. You got us on your phone. Okay. I can't see it. My life experiences doesn't tell me that. My life experiences tells me that Obama was an outlier, unless it's super, 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 super painful. And it's super, super painful right now. We hadn't even started the pain yet. It's about to get worse. Power bills are about to get worse. Power bills about to be at the stage where you're paying a house note. I have a friend of mine that posted on her Facebook. This is a tangent. On her Facebook the other day, her power bill was $800. I know damn well she can't afford $800 a month.
Damn. $800?
Yep. I know she can't afford it.
How big is her house?
That's what I'm saying. Her house is not that big. My power bill last month was $450, $500. And the power bill is just about to go up. I've been telling you, if you all jump on this guy called Mr. Global, and he's one of the top 4 energy experts in the world. He's been saying this now since June. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. He posted the other day and said, I keep telling y'all haven't seen anything yet. This is how energy works. And he's been talking about the power grid for a while. And unless the pain is so great, like Marion has been said since the election, unless white folks feel the pain, because black folks don't seem they're checked out to a certain degree, unless they start feeling the pain, like extreme pain, I don't know if they're going to vote for Byron McDonald's.
Who's Byron McDonald's?
Byron Donalds.
Byron Donalds. Oh,
Byron Donalds. I might well call him McDonald's because I think he is as corny as a damn Happy Meal. Shit, I think he's as corny as a Happy Meal. So do I think they'll vote for Angie Nixon? I think if the pain has been great, and she won in some districts that you wouldn't think she won in, but again, only 25% of the people came out and voted, according to Marion. I hadn't double checked that. And if you can't, I don't know who else. I just, I always hear Kenneth saying this, but I never have an answer to it. Why should I have to tell you? I just had this conversation with somebody I love to death yesterday. Why should I have to tell you? Why should I have to tell you? Why should I have to explain to you how policy is fucking up your life? I mean, it's almost as if you don't have somebody stabbing your hand immediately. That's the best example I give. Once you feel the pain like that, you don't think that there's pain until you get your bills. And the people that are predominantly being affected the most, besides Nebraska farmers and Iowa farmers, which I'm glad they're suffering, is black folk. And we can't afford to vote the way other people vote. We just can't. You still got people going, the vote don't matter. Why should I vote? The vote don't matter. It don't affect my.
I haven't heard that lately.
You haven't?
I haven't heard that lately.
I heard it yesterday.
It's crazy because people are waking up to it now. Whether or not that will force them to or make them vote at this point, but I haven't heard the my vote don't matter stuff no more, because the proof is in, as they say, proof is in the pudding. People didn't vote. Donald Trump got reelected. Bullshit happened. Cause and effect. Because you didn't vote, we feeling the effects. That's it. There's no, I mean, it doesn't take a kindergarten could feel that. If I touch the stove, it's hot. I burn my hand. Guess what I ain't gonna do no more? I ain't gonna touch that stove.
By the way, Kenneth, I want to tell you something. You see Big Brooks down there? He's an alpha. I want to say that first. He's an alpha. That's how I'm qualifying my statement, because I know you ain't going to take it seriously as I tell you he's an alpha. He and I had a conversation earlier this week. I literally had to call him earlier this week about the teacher situation, because I knew Bruce had done substitute teaching. And I knew he had done substitute teaching, and I called him and I said, "Hey, seems to me the black folks more worried about the truth, more worried about that man than the truth. What you think?" His take as a substitute teacher was totally different than your take as a full-time teacher. Wait, look what he said down at the bottom, Kenneth. You see it? His take. Well, I'm not, Bruce, you put it, I'm not even speaking for you today. I just want to get him to know that you and I had that conversation. We had a long conversation. I called him and said, "Hey, I saw your post. I had to call you." But again, like Kenneth just said, we about to hit that stretch. Yes, at other times, I don't think voting actually impacted this election. Results were tampered. Woo! What, the Angie Nixon election or the prior election, 2024 election? I think we all know the votes were tampered. Democrats are just shitty. You can't. Yeah, the Democrats never challenged the vote whatsoever. The Democrats didn't. I agree with that.
The funny thing is, that I was thinking about this. The last time Democrats challenged the vote was
Bush
and Gore. That was the last time they challenged the vote. And even then, and it's funny because the presidential election came down to one county, and one county. Was it Palm Beach County in Florida? Now, if there was ever election fraud, that would have been it. That one would have been it. Because if you remember,
Chad.
Gore was winning Florida by a tremendous amount. And all of a sudden, out of the blue,
they threw out the
Bush
Chad.
was winning.
Yeah, they threw out the Chads. Hanging Chads. That's what.
The hanging Chads. Yeah. They were doing that whole thing. And then you got people looking with a thing. Did they intend to do this? It didn't go all the way through and all that. That's actually what changed elections. It started moving in the direction of electronic stuff. But if there was ever voter fraud, that would have been it.
And then
you had people counting things, and it was a very subjective thing.
And they stopped the counting.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court
stopped it was a subjective thing. And then all of a sudden, Bush won Florida, even though
they stopped the counting.
Bush was winning by a huge amount.
They stopped the counting when he went ahead. But the thing that Bruce is talking about is there's a lawsuit up in upstate New York that a guy I saw his brother speak about this a while ago that literally looked at the voting in North Carolina.
And it didn't make sense. Yeah. I saw that.
There were some precincts where she didn't have any votes.
Right.
And they were
she had no votes whatsoever. And it was predominantly Democratic, and the Democrats running in that area won by a large margin. But she didn't get any votes. Now, that's where the fraud. And these upstate counties, I forgot which counties they are, but I can pretty much guarantee that they're largely Republican counties. Because upstate New York is, especially those upstate, they call them upstate, but they're not necessarily, but they're actually counties very close to New York City, going upstate. So it's not the ones that as they call it upstate. They just ones outside of New York City, and they don't consider themselves a part of New York City. Not where they're outside of north of Westchester County. Those are highly Republican areas, and there's no way in hell she didn't get one vote.
She didn't get one. Rockland County. That was what Rockland County.
Yeah. And how I know about Rockland County, when I became a cop, that's where I did my training at, in Rockland County. So I know it's a highly Republican. I've been there. I spent 6 months going to the academy up there, so I know exactly what the place is like. Now, it may have changed. The demographics may have changed over time, but even if they didn't change, she still would have gotten more than one vote.
But this is why. But let's bring it forward. This is why you have so many people coming out and voting for what people are called democratic socialists. It's not necessarily their policies. It's that they seem like they're ready to fight.
And that's it. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
The funny thing is, their policies, 95% of their policies are aligned with the Democratic platform.
Right.
95%. The only thing that goes beyond that is maybe stopping aid to Israel. But everything else.
Right.
Everything else. As somebody said, we want to abolish the Senate and all that. That shit don't make no damn sense.
That shit don't make no damn sense. That ain't gonna happen.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know who put that shit out there, but it makes no damn sense.
And they weren't gonna do it anyway.
Somebody just put that shit up there. I really truly did. Somebody was trolling, said it was Democratic Socialist website or whatever, and put abolish the Senate. That makes no sense when you have people who identify as being Democratic Socialists running for Senate. Why the hell would that be on their platform? So I think that's a troll who did that shit. But Miss Nixon is the one that beat Alexander Vindman.
Right.
Okay. There's something I saw in reference to her that was disturbing, and I don't look at CBS News or anything like that. But she had, I think, either a day or two after she won that primary, she was on with Gayle King in CBS Morning. And Gayle King asked her, you've been with Rashida Tlaib, the congresswoman from Michigan, Detroit area. You've been with her. She's campaigned with you, and she mentioned some other random dude who's an internet influencer. And Miss Nixon was like, "I've never met him. I've never campaigned with him. I don't know much about him."
Who's that? Hassan Pikeman?
Yeah, that dude.
All right.
His name's Piker.
Yeah, Hassan Pikeman.
So he was saying, "I don't know him. I've never met him. I've never campaigned with him." Gayle King was pushing back, like, "Well, would you ever campaign with him? Like, what does he have to do with my campaign?" She never once in an interview, from what I heard, and the segments I've seen, not once did she ever ask her about her platform. Not once did she ever ask her about her platform, what policies she's like to implement, what she would do for the people in that district. Not once did she ever do that. And my thing is, you have, and this should go further, deeper into the rabbit hole and say it's because CBS is now run by one of Trump's sycophants, that she had to do this to keep her job.
The Ellisons.
Yeah. It could be that, or Gayle King is just that fucking sellout. I don't know which one it is. But my thing is, she never once asked her about what she plans to do. She's asking about some dude that this woman never met and asking him, "Well, do you want him to be in a part of your campaign? The campaign with him?" And when people, and I saw somebody black who posted this and somebody white who posted this. And they both came to the same conclusion. Like, they're pushing an agenda that has nothing to do. The Democratic Party, and this is going to be their detriment, is they don't shut the fuck up about this bullshit. Dogging Democratic Socialists. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. Because Bernie Sanders has identified as a Democratic Socialist. And he's been voting with the Democrats since he's been in Congress. They never said no shit about him. But all of a sudden, when Mamdani wins in New York, all of a sudden it's a big ass issue. And they're sitting there shooting each other for no goddamn reason. Democratic Socialists haven't done anything to the Democratic Party. They've never said that they don't agree with them. They just said, "Hey, we need to push a little harder." Instead of capitulating to these people who consider themselves moderates, the little sorry ass motherfuckers who never want to commit to any goddamn thing, but always want to bitch about nobody doing stuff nobody listen to them, because motherfucker, you ain't helping nobody. Your ass is always sitting there bitching about shit, complaining about shit, but won't commit to a party to help the party win. So my thing is, those people in the middle, fuck them. Fuck them.
What's a small C county?
Fuck them and every goddamn horse they rode in, the goddamn car they drive, fuck them. Because you the motherfuckers that won't commit, that have us in this goddamn problem. You and the motherfuckers who don't vote. Y'all shut the fuck up and just fucking vote for your own interests and stop this bullshit. And the Democrats need to get away from that shit too. Fuck them people. You're ignoring your base, the people who always got your back, to satisfy motherfuckers, those moderate Republicans. Fuck them moderate Republicans. Them motherfuckers that voted for Trump twice. No, 3 times. They voted for him 3 times. Fuck them. How about you deal with the people who actually in your corner that always have your back? Now, I'm not saying the Democratic Party is totally fucked up. And it's hot as hell in my house right here now. I'm sweating up a storm. Excuse me, y'all.
You got excited.
Now, before when you were talking, I'll start feeling the heat. I don't know why my AC is not working that well. But anyway, they're sitting here trying to satisfy a constituency that don't give a fuck. Because that's what people who call themselves independents, they don't give a fuck about nobody else. They don't give a fuck about the country. All they care about is their own fucking interests. And you're sitting there trying to appeal to them, their greater being, their inner human being, and them motherfuckers don't have one. That's what I think about independence. They want shit, but don't want to do shit. They expect everybody to take care of them, but they won't do shit to take care of everybody else. So Miss Nixon, in the case with Miss Nixon, they're trying to CBS News and Gayle King, and if they made Gayle do it, I don't give a fuck because she shouldn't have done it. She had a line of questioning, and she was going to stick with that line of questioning, no matter what.
Yeah, she wasn't
going to change. Shame on her for doing that.
Yeah, she wasn't going to change what the producer said. She wasn't. I don't think Gayle. I think what they've done. Yes, but let me say this: what they've done at CBS, and you surely know this, is when they sent a message with Scott Pelley by firing Scott Pelley, the Weiss lady has sent the message that nobody is untouchable if they go off script. Nobody. They brought in this black fucking Brit to do commentary who don't know shit about America. A small C.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when Weiss fired Scott Pelley, he's fired Scott Pelley. When he fired Scott Pelley, which might be the biggest name on CBS, she sent a message that nobody's untouchable.
But see, the thing is,
but I hear you saying, what you're saying. This is what I think you're saying. Tell me what you're saying. Gayle, this is what I say about athletes. Gayle, for 15 years now, you've been at somewhere around, let's just say, $2 million a year. You're best friends with the richest person on the fucking planet. You are past that stage in life, whereas your best years are probably behind you as opposed to ahead of you. At some point, you're going to have to make a stance. At some point, you're going to have to say, I'm not going to do this. At some point, you should have saved enough money to say, fuck Weiss, fuck Ellison. It's one of the reasons why I have a hard time being on TikTok, to be honest with you. And I got a pretty nice following for somebody my age on TikTok. But I have a hard time posting because the Ellisons on TikTok. And so what I'm saying with you, what I'm trying to say is with Gayle, no, I believe everything you're saying about Gayle. I believe I can go and find it. And everything you're saying, I believe that. I just don't understand where the Lena Horns. It just seems to me that the people in our generation, particularly mine, I always tell people 1965 is that sweet spot. That the people in that generation don't have the wherewithal or the will to sacrifice anything for the kids of the future. They think that they're the ones who are successful, think they're insulated from the bullshit. So I'm just going to keep my head down, because would you really think about what you said, Gayle? If there was ever time to go off script, that was the time. That was the time.
Yeah.
A black woman to a black woman. You should at least, if you're living in New York and you're friends with Oprah, your basic needs and ability to live out your life at a high level should be set. Should be set.
But that's part of the problem.
Yes.
They like you said, they're comfortable and they didn't want to lose that little bit of power, that little bit of prestige that they have.
They also
if you've been on, like you said, she's been on 15 years. You should have carte blanche to do whatever the hell you want. And if they don't like it, fuck you, they fire me. I'm gonna keep on moving.
Like Scott Pelley.
It's like Scott Pelley. He's like, okay, y'all gonna fire me? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck it. What you did was dead ass wrong.
This is what you did. I'm gonna tell everybody what you did, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
Right? Are you dead ass wrong?
And I'm gonna keep it moving. He said, Scott Pelley's like, hey, I'm 60-something years old. I've lived my life. I lived a good life, and y'all paid me well. And that contract that I had that y'all just fired me from, God damn it, y'all gonna pay me the rest of my fucking contract, however long that is.
Right, and
I'll pay me for it. So I'm gonna keep moving, and I'm gonna find something else. I'm gonna find another platform.
Right.
Gayle she's been around long enough to do that. Her friend owns a fucking network. Her best friend owns a network.
Here's the problem. And you and I talk about this all the time. Me and Marion talk about this all the time.
On the talk to a lot of people about a lot of things all the time.
Yeah, I do.
That's the thing with you.
On the base level. Hey, I earned that one. I lean into it. on the base level, Gayle doesn't think that black folks have her back financially. And
she don't. Okay.
I'm going to be finished.
The pushback I'm going to give you. Why do we need to have her back when she's making more money than all of us?
I'm gonna tell you why. You have to protect the people who are out there fighting for you. You have
fight for us.
But we haven't really set Gail is concerned about Nora. Who is Nora? Who is Nora?
Nora O'Donnell.
Why is she concerned about Nora? Okay, Mary, you got me off now. Why is she concerned about Nora? You totally knocked me off what I was about to say. Who is Nora? We don't really, like I said, I'm trying to keep this on the tracks here, folks. Like, we don't really protect those folks who the way we're supposed to. And I always use Fonnie Willis as the best example. You know, we can go back to December or was it January early this year, or was it February, when Fonnie had to go up and go to this sham hearing at the Georgia State Legislature. And I say this all the time. There was nowhere near enough black men up there. That place should have been packed with black men. No black women.
Okay, but you're mixing apples and oranges on this.
No, what I'm trying to listen.
It is. You are.
No. Hear what I'm saying.
Yes.
You have to protect.
Yes.
You know, Kenneth, you got to protect the people who are fighting for you.
But Gail ain't fighting for no goddamn body. Why would hold up?
How would she? Wait, so you said
no. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You and Stacey
said bullshit, man.
Do it off top. Are you and Stacey saying she should just do it off top?
Let's just Stacey said Gail isn't and hasn't been for us in a long time. So why should we have her back? She ain't got our back. And this isn't the first time that Gail she did something like this a couple of years ago. And I can't remember who it was, who the interview was with. But she did some bullshit before the Ellisons got there.
Y'all still mad at her about that Kobe shit? Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me. Y'all mad because she
ain't think about being mad. We don't listen. Gail King, until she does something stupid, doesn't even enter in my damn consciousness. I don't even think about Gail King.
Me either.
So why Gail King don't think about us?
No, but Stacey just said she hasn't been for us in a long time. When you make a statement like that, you got to give me an example. Why do you say what you say? What makes you say that Gail hasn't been for us? What's your evidence that says Gail hasn't been for us? What has she done that's opposed to us?
Because the stuff that she does, the stuff that interview is enough right there. The last one, that's enough. That is enough, man.
You gotta stop that bullshit, man.
That ain't no bullshit.
Y'all gotta stop making one thing.
That's not bullshit. It's obvious that interview right there shows that she does not care, and she never once talked about any of the issues. She talked about some internet dude that this woman never even met, and bringing him up twice in the conversation.
Stacey, when is she? Give me an example of throwing the black community under the bus. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, give us an example when she's been for the black community.
Not feelings.
No. When did she give us
wait. Wait. I'm about to. What's the definition of her being for the black community? What would you expect? What would you expect?
I expect when and I forgot about I knew it was one of the Kobe Bryant the interview about Kobe Bryant. That shit wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. There was no need to put it up. Bring it up.
Let me tell you something.
None at all. That was it. The man is deceased.
Let me be clear about where I stand.
He paid his penance and all that shit. Let me be clear. And he had moved on. Everybody moved on. So why would you bring up some 15-year-old shit?
Let me be clear when we talk about this. I'm a hell of a Kobe Bryant fan. I'm a hell of a fan of his athletic prowess. I'm a hell of a fan of his intellect. He's always a very, very smart dude. The Kobe Bryant ain't never been out on the front for no black issues, ever. He can't touch LeBron. He can't touch Chris Paul. He can't touch Dwayne Wade. He is just another Michael Jordan. He has never went out there and took a risk. But so to sit here and ask me to throw Gail off the bus because she asked.
Gail, she did that to herself. Nobody told. Listen,
that is not
that's not
an indication of her being against the black community. That's my point. That's the only point.
Damn sure ain't for the black. Okay, what about the interview the other day? What did that have to do with the stuff that she brought up? What does it have to do with the woman's campaign?
You and I agree on this. We totally agree on this. At some point, at some point, you're going to have to say, you're going to have, R. Kelly's been riding the R. Kelly interview. What? You're going to have to say at some point, I'm not going to do this, and I'll walk away like Scott Pelley. At some point, you should have raised it or saved enough money. So you and I agree on the Gayle thing. I don't think that is indicative of Gayle being against the Black community, because I don't even
this.
I'll be talking about
how many interviews by Gayle King do you remember?
I don't really watch none. But let me tell you why. Because I don't really watch, just like you do. I don't really watch CBS.
But answer this.
What?
The two that we remember about her, or the three that we remember about her, they were all involving Black people. The R. Kelly interview, that shit was funny as hell. Because I mean, that was a legit interview. Not
according to some people, including some people in Glen Hill. Some people in Glen Hill.
Yeah, I agree. Those people are riding that. Those people are riding down R. Kelly fans.
Yeah.
They just swear up and down R. Kelly ain't never done a goddamn thing
wrong.
Right. And I know what you're talking about. But what other interviews by her have you ever remembered?
The fact that you know what I'm talking about makes it crazy.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. But we don't.
That's crazy. Wait, Stacey's getting to her computer. All I'm saying is, man, golly.
The thing is this. I mean, the point we're trying to make in the whole thing is this. And this goes beyond Gayle King. This goes with every Black person that's in a position like Gayle King. Stephen A. Smith was another one.
What about
that
Shannon?
Idiot.
What about Shannon?
Shannon too. Yeah. You have an obligation, because let's be real. All those people, we celebrated their success. We will be right there with you. When you have success, we are right there with you. We're supporting you and all that. Stephen A. Smith wouldn't be where he is now if it wasn't for the Black community.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me ask you.
It wasn't white people who were holding him down, celebrating him. It was the Black community. Same thing. Gayle King, when she did her, when she got the CBS Morning thing, because she's Oprah friend, and she's always, everybody's okay, cool. We got you. We understand. We approve. Shannon Sharp, going all the way back to his days when he was in the NFL. Black people always held him down.
Look, your favorite troll wants to know, can we move on? He want to know why we keep talking about Gayle King. Well, I'll tell you what, since you won't come on the show and you keep sitting over there from the sideline, what would you like for me and Kenneth to talk about? Kenneth, don't say nothing. What would you like for us to talk about?
Oh, I got something to talk about.
No, let the Kenneth.
That's actually relevant. It's something relevant. I got something to talk about that's actually relevant.
Let the sideline producer tell us what to talk about. We're gonna be Gayle King today. We just gonna talk about what you want to talk about, Mary. The entire interview with Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow was pure shit. I didn't watch that video. Did you? I would be curious. I heard about. I'd be curious to say, were you more empathetic to the widow, or to the mother? And if you're more empathetic to the widow as opposed to the mother, because let me be honest with you. When Malcolm Jamal Warner died, I thought we're about to have another Chad Boseman situation. Because when families and estates and money come into play, when somebody dies, man, all that shit gets messed up. All of it. And so I'm not surprised by that. But but we're not gonna let Gayle dominate the Stockbridge 22-year-old Black mayor. You want me to talk about a little bitty ass town in Stockbridge with a 22-year-old Black mayor? Have you been to Stockbridge? Do you know what Stockbridge politics are like? Let me give you a little knowledge about Stockbridge. Just less than 3 years ago, it wasn't even further back than 2020. The whole predominant white population of Eagles Landing wanted to break away from Stockbridge because they gotten too Black. Stacey, you know this. They wanted to break away from Stockbridge. the rest of Stockbridge. And if you've ever been down in that area that's growing like crazy, they wanted to break away from Stockbridge. And the only reason they didn't break away from Stockbridge, the only reason is because a lawsuit was threatened to be filed by the New York creditors of the bonds. That's it. We get in this thing, we be talking this shit as black folks, and the only thing that stopped them from breaking away, they had the votes in the state legislature, was that they weren't going to be able to fulfill their bond debt obligation, and it would have been a breach of the bond agreement. Now, I'm not knocking them for running, but I'm no longer just want to talk about shit just because y'all see it as a celebration. What's the effectiveness of what he's doing? What's the effectiveness? I don't really, all them folks that ran from Atlanta, I ain't, whatever. What's the effectiveness of what he's doing? If that's what you want to talk about.
Actually, he hadn't done anything. He hadn't had a chance to. They locked him out.
Oh, is that what they did? See?
They locked him out of office. He had to go to court to get access to his office as mayor. They locked him. They literally wouldn't, the city council, county, whatever, city council, wouldn't let him in there.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea what it is. And now all of a sudden, they're saying he needs to be, and it's funny because they're asking the state, they asked the governor to investigate him. That's the wrong person to ask, because the governor doesn't investigate anybody. The attorney general does. And you have to have grounds for it. They said he was using unauthorized use of a county of a city vehicle. That's what
I don't know what
that's the crazy. Hold on. This is what they said. He wasn't supposed to use the city vehicle. I guess while he was they were locking him out and wouldn't let it, he got a hold of a city vehicle and was driving it as the mayor, using his county credit, his city credit card for whatever. But those are accusations. That's the brief stuff I've read. That's what it is. They really just don't want him to take over.
Wait,
and of course, that's one segment of the community.
Now he has a sexual misconduct allegation 2 days ago. AJC facing a high-profile city council regarding where was he elected? Kenneth and Marion? Why was he with the 18?
He was just elected. I guess he was just elected.
Wait, Marion. He 22. 18 and 22. You would give her a gun to go shoot people in the army, but 18, she not old enough to consent with a 22-year-old.
You know the crazy thing? I'm going to say something. It's funny because last night I was with the class of 86 and their 40-year reunion. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking to myself, man, these were little kids the last time I saw them. Although they're only 2 years younger than me. We would, probably would have dated a few of them. They're only a couple of years younger than me. But we see them, and I say this, if at 60 years old, if I date somebody now who's 55, when they were 18, I would have been 23. When I was 21 years old, I dated somebody that was 18. We were both in the Air Force, both airmen in the Air Force. She was 3 years younger than I was, but she was grown. And this 18-year-old is grown. The age of consent in the state of Georgia is actually 16. She's 18, unless she's still in high school or whatever, or he may have already known her. I don't know. It may have been somebody they kind of grew up together.
Being in high school doesn't mean that you can't give consent. And he's only 22.
Now, I'll say this at 22. Well, I take that back. No, it wouldn't have been the case. But the thing is this. They're just grasping at straws. They're doing stuff. A junior in high school.
Yeah, high school.
She's still 18. And a junior in high school. She should be a senior.
When was she born? December?
Huh?
Was she born in December?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only thing that would make her an 18-year-old junior in high school is she was born late.
But the thing is this. they're grasping at straws. They're doing an investigation to find something. Oh, morality is not criminality in this instance, right? And even is that morally wrong? Not to say what I've done, not to justify anything, but is it morally wrong?
You'll give her a gun at 18 to go and shoot people all over the world, but you're saying she don't have the wherewithal to decide who she wants to date? That makes no sense. She can literally go out tomorrow and sign up for the army.
Okay, we're gonna hush, Stacey. We don't know what we're talking about. All I know is,
Stacey, tell me, help me. Because I really want to know. I like when Stacey does like this. Help me about, because I don't know enough about it. So what are we talking about?
I didn't know about the 18-year-old thing.
Yeah. What are we talking about as from a woman?
Stacey, do you live in Stockbridge?
Right. Yeah. What are we talking about? Marion, it's your fault. What morality?
Because I wanted to talk about something more substantive.
Morality. It depends on what you're talking about when you say morality is subjective. That's a hell of a slippery slope. Because that's what some of those pedophiles say. Who are the people bringing the charges? The blacks. The blacks? Whoa, boy. Wait, Marion, is that picture? Are you black? Is that picture that you just put up there? The blacks. The blacks. So, wait. So, can somebody look? I'm sorry. I'm sitting there. They got a hearing today, a removal hearing today. I'm trying to tell y'all, Lee Williams, wait, they got a removal hearing today. Wait, the blacks, so wait, it's the city council. Stacey, can somebody tell me, is the city council predominantly black? This is why I don't give a damn about Stockbridge. This is why. Because Stockbridge don't move shit. That's why I don't care. Them black folks in Stockbridge don't move a goddamn thing. We don't rely on black folks in Stockbridge to move an election. They down here fighting about this, a 22-year-old mayor that somebody voted. I'm trying to tell y'all, look, I don't have time to read it. A Stockbridge Police Department report. Sexually explicit text messages sent between the student and the mayor. He 22. All of us being on here.
I'm going to explain something to you too. Teaching high school students, I actually have a student that said she was dating 22-year-olds and she was 17. And I'm like, my first thinking is, why would a 22-year-old want to date a 17-year-old or 18-year-old? Why would it? Now, having said that, there's nothing. Hold up, there's nothing illegal about it.
Right. What if they were in the military? There's nothing
illegal about it. What if I just don't. With me, I just, I wait till 19 or at least graduate from high school, then you'd be all right. Nobody can say anything because you're grown. But you have all of these men. It's funny you bring that up because I was wondering last night. I was looking at something and I was like, I know Melania Trump is a lot younger than her sorry ass used toilet paper husband. She's younger than I am. She's like 56. She's younger than us. I didn't realize how young she was. So is it okay for that pedophile who's raped little girls, 14-year-olds, it's all right for him to be president. But this dude who's having, it may or may not be having consensual sex with this young lady. May or may not, don't know. But it's not okay for him to have whatever they're doing, text messages or whatever. So Donald Trump can rape 14-year-olds and become president, but a black mayor at Stockbridge can't text an 18-year-old.
Look, Kenneth, I want to say this, Kenneth. I want this on the record. Marion, you just want us to talk about some salacious shit. Okay, fine. Let's revisit this next weekend. Leonard and Kenneth, I'll give you the breakdown on Friday. Yeah, because how
about you come on live and give us the breakdown, Stacey?
Yeah, you know what? We're going to start calling this.
Don't be a keyboard warrior anymore.
When Stockbridge shuts down Atlanta chokes, that's why they're going to build a 45-minute designated truck corridor through Henry County. What? Atlanta ain't choking from no Stockbridge.
Actually on 75 North, Actually, where the traffic jam starts at 75 North, coming up from.
So what you think? Stockbridge tomorrow gonna go and cut off 285 or 675, and Atlanta gonna starve? Stop. Come on. Mary just wanted us to talk about something salacious. So what's salacious out there? We got 10 minutes or longer.
Can I talk about something? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Cause damn, Stacey said damn.
Stacey making comments, but they said nothing. She just making comments.
Y'all gonna make see, Lee stop following us because we were talking about some real shit. That y'all done went into National Enquirer shit. You might as well be the New York Post.
All right, listen. In our last few minutes, I want to talk about something that's actually relevant.
What?
And I'm being real honest with you.
What?
So I've been going back and forth in my mind on whether or not I should say this on the show.
Well, just say it, goddamn.
But it needs to be said. So the other day, I went to the school board meeting because I wanted to voice my concerns about something serious with the school, with Glen Hills. For those of you who don't know, I work at Glen Hills. I'm a teacher at Glen Hills High School, which the same school that Leonard and I graduated from. He in 83, me in 84. But the issue is this. When you come into that school in the mornings on the second level, by the gym, by what they call it, the new gym, it smells like shit. What's so funny about that?
Keep going. Just keep going.
We can talk about bullshit. We can't talk about something relevant. Anyway, as I was saying, when I say it smells like shit, there's a bathroom up there, and the smell is coming from the bathroom. And this is not anything new. It's been going on for years. I found out about it last year when I started coming into the school during that particular door. And I smelled it. Now I spoke to the head custodian at the time who went to school with us. Yo, man, what's that? What's up with that smell? It's like, man, I've been telling this shit for years. It smells like this. So on that particular hallway, you have 3 of the 4 core subjects taught on the high school on that level: math, science, and English, all taught on that hallway. When we do testing in the school, the rooms where we do testing, 30, 40, 50 feet away from that bathroom. And we do testing. We do testing all the time. We always have testing, but the testing rooms are on that hallway. So we come into the school in the morning and it smells like shit. And then the students have to test, walk past this bathroom. They have to test when they test and near that bathroom all day. And the problem, other than let's say this, the school system always wants us to improve our test scores. There's pressure on us to improve test scores, but they can't fix a bathroom. And that right there is a serious thing, because they always treat Glen Hills as the students of Glen Hills as second-class citizens. They do, well, let's say this, I don't know when it started, but they do now. And it affects the students. It really affects them. It affects their learning. Nobody wants to be in a building that smells like shit. It affects morale. It affects learning. That is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. And then on top of that, Leonard, you probably don't notice, because I didn't notice till I came back to the school. They have an elevator in the school. They didn't when we were there, but they do now. The elevator hasn't worked since January. So we have at least one teacher, well, 2, including myself, who has an issue walking upstairs. And we have to go up and down stairs all the time. But the elevator isn't working.
I do have
and there's a hold on, let me finish. And there's also a student that has a messed up ankle or foot or something like that, that's walking with a walker. They can't go to her class on the second floor. She can't get up there, or has a hard time getting up there with the stairs. So that's a violation of the American Disabilities Act. These are serious issues that are affecting this school. And I don't know how many other schools have this problem. I just know Glen Hills has that problem. And I think it's something that needs to be addressed.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I got one question. Then the other shoe just dropped in the Stockbridge store that you didn't want to talk about, but I'm gonna tell you, I just saw it on the. I see what Stacy's talking about now that we just kind of missed. But I do have one question about the Glen Hill story. Where are the damn parents and the school board? Like,
that's the question. And now I don't know if the kids go home and tell their parents about this. I really don't know. But this is something that I want to address with the school board. And I went to the meeting the other night, and they spent it's an hour meeting. They spent 45 minutes talking about congratulating each other, handing out special awards to schools and students and all that, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
Stacy's mad at you right now. I just want you to know. She's not mad at me. She's not mad at me.
I don't know. Listen, I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about something that concerns my students and me.
Yeah,
that shit going on in Stockbridge is bullshit. But I don't care.
The question is, how do we affect what's going on in Augusta? That's what I really want to know. What do you need us to do to help you change what's going on?
What I'm doing, listen, like I said, I went to school board meeting to put focus on this. And my thing was, I want to give the board, if they didn't know, put it out there for them and put ownership on them now. Because whoever the facilities manager is for Richmond County Schools, apparently they don't give a shit. Because this is something that's been going on for years. It should have been addressed a long time ago, but it hasn't been addressed. The whole thing about the elevator. They come in, fix the elevator, it works for 2 days, and it goes down. Now, I understand what they say the issue is, but take care of it. Period. Take care of it. I'm past the point of giving a damn about why something is not working instead of people trying to fix the problem.
Okay, well, look, we got.
And that's the issue.
She's gonna help you out.
That's the issue with how they treat our students. They don't have a vested interest in this.
Oh my God, you killing me.
We do.
You killing me.
And so like I said, I went to. And what happened? They did all this thing 45 minutes, and then when it came time for public comments, you got to sign up ahead of time and tell them what you're going to talk about before the meeting.
You got to do that at most public meetings.
Okay. I know that.
You get 2 minutes.
Right. But they didn't hold up. When I say beforehand, I'm not talking about the day of the meeting. It has to be prior to the day of the meeting.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Instead of just allowing people to come up, sign their name in, sign in and tell, okay, this is it, and let people they want to come up with all these archaic rules to prevent public discourse. Because they don't want to be criticized.
They sure
and
do.
that is the issue. Like I said, this is something that's been on my mind for a while.
Hey,
and I said I was going to go to the school board meeting, because I didn't get a chance to do it. I was like, okay, should I go on my platform, on our platform, and address it? Put it out on Facebook and address it. Or should I wait till I have the school board meeting, which is not until September 22nd. That's a month from now. So the next meeting's not for a month. And that's the whole month of my students being treated like crap because they smell crap when they walk into the building. That's a whole month of the teacher and the student who can't get up and down stairs not being able to get up and down stairs easily. They're doing it, but it's very hard. That's a whole month of all of that.
Kenneth, let's do this. Look, where my empathy runs out at is you got a whole school full of parents who got students at that school. And you got a teacher right here on our show talking about that, and a whole school of parents. And you telling me that Glen Hills probably has, let's just say 300 students. Yeah, at least 300 students, right?
Seven.
You got 700 students. And you telling me, see this is what folks don't like me. This is what folks get mad at me. You telling me that let's cut in half. 350 parents have went down there to pitch a fit about how they treating their students at school. They haven't done that.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people, too many of our people, don't know what to do. They know either accept it or go out and protest. They don't know that what to do in terms of this. Now, in terms of the meeting thing and public comment, I didn't know about that till I walked in. I didn't know that.
I know this as a parent.
But Leonard, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
No, stop doing that.
No. I'm beyond.
Because what you're saying is that these parents, Kenneth, I don't teach in schools. I leave all that to you. But what I do is I'm involved in my school. And what you're telling me is that these parents here's what I'm hearing. Okay, maybe it's not how you mean it, but here's what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is this. These 350 parents, I just said 50%. 350 parents hasn't put enough pressure on that principal.
It's not the principal. That's the thing. It's not the principal. The stuff it's been reported by the principal, the former custodian. Kenny, you remember Kenny Thomas, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was the head custodian. The first day I smelled it, I was like, yo, man, what the hell is that smell? He's like, yeah, that's coming from the bathroom. It's been like that. He said, I've been reporting this for years. So it's not anything that hasn't been reported. The school has done their due diligence.
Okay. I don't know what you want from us, because I guess I'm asking, what's the solution?
Oh, the solution is to get the shit fixed. That's the solution. But the thing, hold on. This is the thing. I'm not bringing this to you, to our audience, for y'all to do something. Well, let's say that. I'm bringing it up because it needs to be said publicly. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
I'm not looking to you for solutions. I'm looking to you, our viewing audience, to make some noise. Because one of the things, and I'm saying this because I didn't want to do it through this venue. I wanted to talk about it at the school board first, but I can't wait till September 22nd to do this. And I wouldn't be who I am if I let this lie some more, because I've been trying to figure out a way to do this publicly. And I know there's going to be blowback on me. I know there's going to be blowback because of the way I did this. And even if I had gone to the school board, I knew there was going to be blowback. I was going to be under extra scrutiny.
I wish I could. I'm damn sure about to repost this all over my Facebook page. All the people
but what I'm saying is this. At this point, I don't care about the blowback. I really don't. Because all I care about is my students. I care about my students. I care about their well-being. I care about them learning. I care about them being successful. So if I got to take some smoke to protect my students, to make things better for them, then I'm going to take the smoke. I'm going to be their shield. I'm going to be the tip of the spear, and I'm going to be the shield. Because we got to do it. And to answer your question, Lee, I'm not sure when it was put in, because I've only been there, this is my third year there, so I have no idea when it was made. But it's something about, I guess a better way of putting it, the motherboard is outdated or something like that. That's part of the problem with the elevator. In terms of, the other question. And I agree. It's a public health issue. The bathroom smell is a public health issue. But it's not a public health issue. Nobody cares. That's what I have a problem with. Nobody cares about what's going on in this school. Now, someone told me there's another school that had the same problem. Then that's a pattern. But if it's going on just at Glen Hills or if it's going on in other schools, it needs to be taken care of. And waiting another month for somebody to address this is not acceptable, because they've had years, the school system has had years to correct this problem. Now, you said, I've been told it's a sewage issue. There's nobody in that school during the summer. Whatever issue they have with the bathroom, with the sewage or whatever, that could be taken care of during the summer. They tear up the roads and tear up the sewer lines all over the county, especially downtown. They've been working on that since I've been, 2 years? Almost 3 years have been working on that. But we can't do it in the school. I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that. And I'm gonna end with this part. Something I've been telling my students, teaching my students about. There's a guy named Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and he was a European philosopher, and he came up with the concept of a social contract. And he says this: if the people do what they're supposed to do, then the government is supposed to do what they're supposed to do. If everybody does what they're supposed to do, everybody's taken care of and everybody's happy. Richmond County School Board or school system is not living up to the social contract that they have with the stakeholders at Glen Hills. They're not living up to the social contract. And it's time that we call them out and we force them to live up to their social contract. The students, you require teachers. I got to jump through so many damn hoops. So many hoops on a daily basis to satisfy people who ain't been in the classroom in years. My students got to take so many tests, got to do this, follow this rule, follow that rule. We're doing our part. Why doesn't anybody give a damn about us? Why don't they care about us? You want high expectations, but you won't live up to your part so we can meet those expectations. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a student, I wouldn't want to be in that building either. I wouldn't care about testing. I wouldn't care about anything. If you want testing to improve in this school, scores to improve in this school, invest in the school. Invest in those children. And I ain't talking about a new computer app. Fix the school. Because until that happens, those kids get the message that y'all don't give a damn about us. That's the message that we adults in Richmond County are sending to those students at Glen Hills and possibly other schools. We don't give a damn about you. All we care about is your test scores and your graduation rate. That's all we care about. We don't care about what you're going through, and we don't care about your future. We want those test scores to go up. Now, having said that, I'm getting off my soapbox. And I'm gonna wait on the blowback. I'll let you know. I'll let y'all know if there's some blowback. I'm expecting. I'm ready for it.
Well, I hope you will let us know one day and send us a text of how we can help you. I just want to say, let's see. We have Glass of 88. Inga Hicks is with us. Oh, by the way, he was also custodian at Glenn's house. Did you talk with that person? Yeah, we're trying to figure out how we can help you. It sounds like it's a plumbing problem. I'm just like, okay, we this is what we're doing now. The parents not getting up there saying, "Hey, man, y'all got to take care of this. This is ridiculous." You know, well, it seems to me that I don't really know. I do want to jump back on something we were talking about. That when Stacey said, "I'm so mad at y'all right now," the student in question for Stockbridge is a male student. So of course you had to throw that. Anything. Yeah, it don't change anything for me. But of course, you know that's gonna change something for a whole bunch of people. It don't change, but that's what they so when you say with the black folks, you know how y'all church folks can be. And that makes it 10 times worse. It's unhealthy to breathe that in. If they want to go, if they went home with that problem, they would remove the children. Kenneth, Veronica, you mentioned the word blowback. It's unhealthy to breathe that in. They went home to a home. That would be a problem.
Yeah. If they went to a house and it smelled like that, that'd be a serious problem.
But that's my question. If you got 700 students and 500 of those students have parents and 500 of those students have to pass that every day, I don't understand how there hasn't been so much outrage that they fixed a plumbing problem.
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they come in, if what I understand, like I said, Kenny Thomas, when I mentioned it to him, Kenny was like, yeah, man, I've been reporting this for years. They come in and say it's a sewage problem. Okay. That doesn't resolve the problem. We understand what the problem is, but why haven't they fixed the problem? And if it's something with dealing with the sewage lines going into the county lines or whatever, damn it, have the county come out there and take care of it. That's what we pay taxes for. That's literally what we pay taxes for. And since every summer, the only people in that building during the summer are a few, the principal and the administrators, they come into work, and custodians. If you got to shut down that school completely for a few weeks to fix this sewage problem, damn it, shut the damn school down for a few weeks to do it. There's nobody in the building during the summer. Nobody. Everybody that's there, they can be removed and put somewhere else to work if they got to work. They can be put somewhere else, doing something else. But it needs to be handled. And simply saying that it's not our problem is a problem to me.
Tax dollars go to the people with the loudest voices. Always has, always will. Tax dollars.
And I agree.
Complain, but the force has come from the appropriate governing authority. Contact Dr. Cobb. She's a friend of mine. Tax dollars.
Which Dr. Cobb?
The appropriate authorities will not come out until the loudest voices get out there and embarrass the appropriate authorities.
And I agree. I agree with that.
So then the loudest people should be in the room.
I agree.
The loudest people in the room should be, at minimum, they need to have air quality tests and perform to see what is floating in the air. Look, I know I'm sounding like an asshole, y'all, but all that is true and makes a
you are who you are.
That makes a damn bit of difference. Yes, I am. Make a damn bit of difference if them parents don't care enough to say.
Well, maybe you ever think about the kids may not come and tell the parents about it?
That
may be part of the issue. They may not know about it.
Very valid point.
But hold on.
Very valid point.
It doesn't make a difference if the parents know. The school knows. I mean, the Richmond County school system, they know. They know. The people who need to fix it, the people responsible for fixing it.
Has that worked?
They know. And that's all that counts. Whether a parent knows it or not.
Obviously not. It's obviously not. That's all that counts. Because you still got the problem.
Right. But they're not living up to they're not fulfilling their social contract.
Absolutely. We totally agree with that. The question is how we make them live up to their responsibility.
And I do believe making noise does that.
What Lee just said is true. This is the problem. That's the problem. The problem is that he will become normalized to the maltreatment. I ain't become normalized to the maltreatment.
Of course.
So then, if you become normalized to maltreatment, me and my big ass mouth get out and say, man, you know we shouldn't be taking this shit. This shit is not normal. And I say it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal for your kids to be going to a school that smells like shit. It's dangerous. It could have life potential. And you sit there and you tell me, well, I can't do nothing about it. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? And they're your kids. Dr. Cobb, you're super, Dr. Kenneth Blackman, lively. That Dr. Cobb.
It's not Blackman, it's Blackwood man. And I thought that's who you were talking about.
Well, shit. Okay, there you go. You got somebody that knows her personally. Marry again. Get on the call. Get them on three-way. Get them on three-way. Get them on three-way. Get them on three-way.
Stacey, you know what? That is something.
There we go with this bullshit again. Marion, here's your solution. Marion, she's a good friend. If this was Kenneth and it was me and somebody called and I say, man, I know Kenneth. Kenneth is such. I'm picking up the phone and I'm gonna get you on the phone with him right goddamn now. Hey, this is Leonard. What's up, bro? How you feeling? Man, I got a friend of mine on the line. His name is Kenneth, blah, 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 blah. Something going on in school. I thought you should know because I play golf with you every day. But Leonard, who is it? So-and-so and so-and-so. He a teacher. He on the phone? Yeah, he on the phone. Boom. Y'all make this shit too fucking complicated. If you know Dr. Cobb and you know Kenneth, there you go. 3-way. You came to Augusta to saw, y'all sat there and went to goddamn concerts and shit. Let her know Glen Hill smell like shit. And you ain't doing your job. This just mean what are we doing here? Y'all sit here and want me to sit here and have a whole goddamn conversation when you got a solution to the problem right there. I'm supposed to sit here and keep going over the same bullshit? Man, stop. I got other shit to do. If y'all want to do that, I can get off the phone call right now. Call Kenneth. Kenneth, call Marion on the phone when we get off the line. Marion, call Dr. Cobb. Say, hey, you got 10 minutes. Yeah, I got 10 minutes. Marion, what's going on? I ain't talked to you in a while. I just saw you 3 weeks ago. You were in Augusta. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I got something. I just found out. Boom. You handle it behind closed doors. I can't do this shit no more. Let's do shit that's effective.
What who said that? Inga. Who is that? The school board member that's class of 87. What's his name? I think I know who you're talking about.
Hey man, look, don't do this. I'm not doing this with
you. Listen. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Hey, we need to attack this from all points of view. Not just one.
I don't. Let me tell you, when I can go straight to the top, I'm going to the top. I ain't talking to no school board member. I'm going to the top. If Dr. Cobb is the superintendent of the school, Dr. Cobb can make shit happen tomorrow on Monday. I don't have to call that school board member. I can call that Dr. Cobb because Dr. Cobb can make everything move, period. Everything moves from the top. So I pick up the phone. I'm not even calling my school board member is the first person I call. But now that I know I got Dr. Cobb, I got 1 degree away from Dr. Cobb, I ain't calling no school board member. I'm calling Dr. Cobb. I got one ace in the hole up here. I tell you about this all the time. I'm not going to say it on here because that's one ace. When I know that ace in the hole needs to be used, I pick up my phone and I text. Hey, man, just want you to know. Blah, 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 blah. And I don't expect to text him 24 hours because I know that person can't do that. But he always texts me back within 48. Tell me what you need. Here. Tell me what you need. Didn't know about that. Let me check on it. Let me get so-and-so to call you. Have my kids sit up in no school smelling no shit when I got Dr. Cobb 1 fucking step away from me. Ain't about to happen. And then she really can get mad because if she don't do something then I'm really going public. You got my kids sitting up here smelling the shit. You got, like the kids say, you got me fucked up. You got my teachers sitting up here at a predominantly black high school smelling like shit, and I'm supposed to go through the middle. Stop. Man, stop.
What am I going to do?
You're going to call Mary. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. We're going to get off this phone call. You're going to call Mary. You're going to say, Mary, can you set me up a 10-minute conversation with Dr. Cobb? She a good friend of yours. And then she going to go, Mary, how you know about this? You ain't making. Because I watched this little bitty ass podcast, and one of the podcast hosts is a teacher at Glen Hills High School, and he's on the thing talking about it today. Now, the question is, do you want the smoke in case it don't go your way? In case she don't like it. And in case she feels like you could.
I know. Listen.
There we go.
I'll tell you right now, I'll get smoked just by bringing it up here.
All right. Then, Marion, there we go.
I will get the smoke. I already knew that as soon as I went public with this, whether it was at a school board meeting or on this forum or wherever, on Facebook, wherever I went, as soon as I went public with it, I know there was going to be some smoke coming my way.
Hey man, send us
out. And I'm like, what's the old boy name? The rapper. I ain't never scared. I've gotten to the point in my life, these 60 big years, Ed Lowry. Okay, that's who it is. Yeah, I thought so.
Ed, wait. You tell me that Ed, the superintendent, you know how many people we know that
No, he's not the superintendent. He's on the school board.
You know how many people we know Ed?
When I saw him, I saw his name. When they said his name, I wasn't sure if that was the same Ed Lowry.
Now
I
you
wasn't
know.
Sure.
Now
I know.
That's right. So now
but I wasn't sure.
Contact. So that whole story got you 2 points of contact that should be able to fix this problem by next Friday.
That's why I said I was gonna find out who the school board member was. That's what I had. That's why I asked. But you went on this tirade about fuck the school board member.
I'm about to get out the phone.
I said you go do both of them.
Look, I already know that the question like, so Watkins then went over there and started going off on Clint Hills and the superintendent. I already know where this is gonna go. I don't care. I'm telling you that if you want this shit fixed, let's fix it.
The thing is this, like I said, I'm bringing attention to it and I'm putting a spotlight on it. And I think Lee said it earlier. Government does not like a spotlight on their bullshit. They don't like it. No matter what. And Terrence Matter had similar issues. It probably did. The thing is this, it shouldn't be happening, period. I don't care who's responsible, why it happened. I care about getting it fixed. And everybody always wants to, well, it ain't my fault. And this, I ain't laying blame at anybody's feet. Right now, from this point on, you've been told, now take care of it. Whether you knew about it or not, prior to the day or prior to whenever. I had a conversation with them.
They will not have been told until you get off this call and call Mary and get on three-way with Dr. Cobb. And y'all go out and have coffee tomorrow. That's when it will be. When it will have been taken care of.
Well, I got something to do. I won't be here tomorrow.
Oh shit! You got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, that's it for me. Hey, look, I gotta go.
I say shit when you go somewhere.
I gotta go. Remember, Glenn was a flashy thing.
It was.
Thank Marion.
Hold on. Before we go.
No, you got the show. Y'all stay talking. I got to go do
this. I just want to let you out. This is for you. Glenn Hills beat Butler last night in football.
About goddamn time, all the bad news we've been getting.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Lee says, approach it with facts, and your argument is louder and stronger. Especially saying this, don't go in there and do what Leonard said, be cursing folks out. Elevated perspective, issues identify how to be documented. So then what is the corrective plan of action and what? Lee, I know what you're trying to say. Don't go in there like Leonard and get on the phone with that lady and be like, hey, man, the whole building smells like shit. Yeah, I'm about out of here. Bye, Stacy. Stacy, y'all catch us up next Friday. Catch us up next Friday on the other story. Don't go in there and do what Leonard do, because that ain't gonna do it but piss her off, and she be like, "Oh, we about to put you on a disciplinary plan. Listening to that fool. Don't do that." That's what Lee telling you.
Oh no, I ain't doing the Leonard. I'm gonna go in there. Actually, Leonard is more tame than I am, to be quite honest. But I was gonna come correct. I was gonna come correct, y'all. It wasn't gonna be. I was gonna do the bull in the China shop thing. I was gonna come correct. I do know how to act.
Wait,
and Lee, I agree. I wasn't coming with any anecdotal stuff. I was coming with the facts as I know it. That's what it was. Stacy is on a rampage today. What's wrong, Stacy?
Because you done took up 20 minutes about damn time when we could have solved this problem for you at 11 o'clock. That's why. You gotta, but I'm not doing it. Kenneth, take me out. I gotta be somewhere. Stacy, it ain't my fault.
We'll see y'all next week, y'all. Y'all be good, be strong, and talk to somebody about some stuff. All right, deuces.